I'm Sarah Hicks. I'm the clinical lead for telehealth for Hywel Dda University Health Board. I'm a clinician by background. I'm a nurse practitioner as well, with a special interest in respiratory medicine. I've been doing this job for 2.5 years as part of a European project that we had running in Hywel Dda, looking at delivering telehealth to the mass population as to a research project as to whether we could do that or not. Since that, we've developed further services to try and integrate telehealth into other health services. We are still in its infancy, and that's very similar to the rest of Britain. We are following the examples of lots of other areas in the world, such as America with Veterans Association, Australia, New Zealand, Israel. The problem with the health service, as we all know now, is that we have a vast amount of people who are developing long-term conditions. Our population are ageing. We can't cope with the amount of people that we are having to see and give the care to on a daily basis with the resources that we have at the moment. We have to look at other resources to deliver it. We have to look at getting the resources to people who are usually unseen. So the housebound people, the people who work and can't get to your normal 9-to-5 services, people with certain conditions that mean that they are usually inaccessible to health services. So it's about developing an equality of a service. We also need for people to start taking responsibility for looking after their own health condition and not developing complications from any health condition or even trying to prevent a health condition in the future. And to do that, we are trying to introduce digital health apps. We're trying to get people to monitor their conditions online using their clinicians. As part of my role, we've been developing a service that looks at providing exercise videos on prescription for patients who are normally not active at all. So you are the chronic condition patients, you are the patients who are housebound, and doing that in a safe way. And to do that, we've got a group together that includes Digital Communities Wales, because we understand that not all of our patients are actually accessing at the moment the information. We can provide this via the GPs prescribing it as an email, but unless the patients actually have an email address, they're not going to be able to receive that service. So Digital Communities Wales are actually helping us and helping our GP services to encourage our patients to get online to do that. We need, from a health point of view, we need the clinicians to understand the benefits that digital technology can have on themselves and their patients. And then we need to have people, third sector, patients themselves actually asking for the services to be provided via a digital route. So, your health apps and your monitoring, rather than having to travel to services, which in a rural population like we have in Wales, is often the consultant with the knowledge is sat in a central area, maybe 60-80 miles away, and we don't want people having to travel and waste a whole day in doing that. They might be able to have that consultation online via a VC link, have their monitoring that way. So it's out there, we need people to be asking for it.